Good evening to our friends on the East Coast, good afternoon to our friends on the West, and good in-between time to our friends in the in-between spaces, which, again, as always, many of us find ourselves these days. So good afternoon, good evening, and good in-between times to all y'all. Welcome to the Bayard Rustin Center for Social Justice virtual headquarters, and welcome to the Social Justice Power Hour. My name is Robert Say the Schreiber. I will be your co-host tonight again. I am also the chief activist at the center and thrilled that you are joining us once again. If this is your first time, we'll be gentle. And if this is a return visit, we are thrilled that you've chosen to join us again. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a very special night. Spinning out of the Mike Hotpence Variety Hour that we threw on Friday night, which was a wonderful, 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 wonderful time. Beyond all expectation, and I expected a whole lot from our friend Mike Hotpence, so he delivered and then some, and it was a beautiful thing. And spinning out of that, Jill Sobel was a guest on the show, a wonderful musician. You may know her, a self-professed two-hit wonder, and both wonderful songs and many, many, many other songs in her oeuvre, which are wonderful as well. So we're thrilled that I had the audacity over the weekend after the Friday night Variety Hour to say, hey, you should come back, and you should come back Wednesday. And amazingly, she chose to honor us again by rejoining us tonight. And what would be Jill without Mike as well? So Mike is going to join us as well as co-host. So we should have a wonderful evening tonight of song, of conversation, of just some wonderful community. It's going to be a really positive experience tonight. And I'm looking forward to that. I think we all could use that. Coming up this week, though, tomorrow night, you'll want to join us for this. Our Lieutenant Governor, Sheila Oliver, is going to be here. She is an amazing woman in and of herself, but she's also one of only 4 Black Lieutenant Governors in the entire country. So it's quite an achievement, quite an honor, and we have quite the honor of having her join us tomorrow night. We're going to have a great conversation about affairs of the state and her own personal journey, both of which are important and empowering and should be really lovely to listen to. So please be with us tomorrow night to welcome New Jersey's own Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver with us, which should be a great conversation. And then Friday night, we're doing something special, unique. For the first time, we're doing a poetry spoken word event. And Michelle Elizabeth Brown, a good friend of ours, podcaster, social activist, incredibly powerful woman in and of herself. Honestly, if I may dare say, personally, she is a great inspiration to me as an activist. And she has been wonderful enough to curate an entire evening of Black, Indigenous, people of color voices that we are going to raise up Friday night and celebrate and deal with everything that we're dealing with together as a community. And we want to thank Michelle Elizabeth Brown for bringing those voices to us. We're going to be very excited to hear them and see them and share time with them. That's Friday night. And then coming up in the next couple of weeks, we have a wonderful, fabulous drag show with Newark's own Alicia Day. That should be a wonderful time. And if you've never seen one of our drag shows in the Power Hour, what's great is we have some performances, but we also talk about drag as an art, as a culture, and the history of it. And Alicia is a wonderful queen from Newark, right up the street from us. So we're thrilled to bring her talents and her persona to the stage in the coming weeks. Amazon Latte is going to join us again. She is a transgender athlete, bodybuilder with Stonewall UK, with Athlete Ally, with GLAAD, has done amazing work for the community, and we're thrilled to invite her back. She was on early in the nascent stages of the Power Hour, so we're thrilled to invite her back and talk more about her journey and more about what it's like being in the athlete's arena and what that means for a transgender individual. So that should be pretty great as well. But what's pretty great is tonight we have 2 really wonderful, wonderful people, 2 of the most positive people that I know. One is an old friend of the center, actually a board member of the center, for those of you that don't know, and his alter ego is Glenn Pinnell. And the other one is a new friend who we intend to hold on to as long as she'll let us. So let's welcome them both to the virtual stage. First up, everybody, please welcome our old friend, Mike Hotpence, to the virtual stage here at the Power Hour. Hey, Mike, how are you?
Hello.
You're so good at branding. You're so good at branding. You are like the king of branding. Well done, my friend.
I feel like
And let's bring on a person you introduced us to, and now we can call a mutual friend. Jill is with us now, all the way from the West Coast. Jill, thanks so much for being with us.
Hi.
Nautical theme. It's
Hey,
a very
Jill.
nautical theme.
It's a French theme.
Hello, everybody. I want one of those T-shirts.
I will send you one of those T-shirts.
I like both of them.
Well, the one in the middle, the one that Mike's wearing, I can send you one of those. One of these I can have made for you. I'll be glad to do that too.
That's really, really good.
All right. You give me a size and it'll be in the mail to you as soon as you want.
That's so good. I need things.
All right. We will send you.
How's everybody doing?
We are so delighted to have you.
It is a hot day here in New York. It's a good day for hot pants. It's 95 something degrees. Woo.
Wow. Amazing.
How are you doing?
Well, it's a beautiful 65 here in Venice Beach. All day, the last 4 days, I've just been working on songs. So it just doesn't make any difference to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in, yeah. You know, the pandemic fog is just still in me. I just stay, but it's been good for writing lately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What have you been, are you working on the musical? Is that what you've been working on the past couple of days?
Well, yes. Do you want to know what it is? The one I'm working on now? Okay, so, well, you guys, so check this out. Last minute, I don't know how I feel about traveling. I'm going to go to Pittsburgh and go 2 days to quarantine there, 2 weeks, and rehearse. I'm going to do the show Fuck 7th Grade. They're going to do 2 nights for just their donors in the drive-in. So it's like a one-person show, kind of, and so it's going to be kind of weird, people in their cars and,
I love that.
It's not going to be like the Chainsmokers show. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Where they had the CEO of Goldman Sachs or someplace DJ'd beforehand. Would you risk your life for a DJ set from the head of Chainsmokers?
They'd have to pay me $25,000 to see them.
Yeah.
I grew up going to the drive-in on Long Island, so that would be a plus for me if I were a donor in Pittsburgh. Seeing your show and going to the drive-in, like win-win.
I know. Well, here's what I want to ask them. I go, after I do my thing, can we just show a show? But like a bad, late 70s, early, drive-in, I was thinking of the Stepford Wives or
the Poseidon Adventure.
I could recreate, try to do the Shelley Winters scene.
There's got to be a morning after. Wait, I'm not supposed to be singing.
No, but that was really, really good.
That was beautiful.
You know what? I think I'm going to rent that movie. I'm going to yeah.
I just watched it. It is worth going back to. It's very, very funny.
Now, I heard some trivia that Shelley Winters actually, in college or where before she was started acting, was actually an Olympic swimmer.
Oh.
Competed. I bet you didn't know that.
I didn't know that. I wonder if she filmed that scene for real.
I'm full of old movie facts.
That scene terrified me growing up because I would always hold my breath when she went underwater and see, would I be able to do this? And of course, 20 seconds in, I'd be gasping for air and she'd still be swimming around down there freeing Gene Hackman. So.
And for me too, when I was a kid, because being in Colorado, we didn't go to the ocean. I mean, the ocean still really scares me, but I remember I would still look out at the beach. I'd be this little girl with a pail and shovel, and I'd look out and I'd just wait in the distance for this strange wave, big wave to get bigger and bigger. And I think it was that movie fucked me up.
Yeah.
I am who I am today. Because of Gene Hackman and Shelley Winters and
Right.
whoever else.
Thank you, Irwin. Allen.
Maureen McGovern.
Yeah.
She was the one that sang it. Oh my God.
Yeah. There's got to be Morning After.
So, and the thing that, but I've got all my songs for that because there are a lot of mine. But the thing I'm working on right now with a really talented writer named Kristen Knight, and we're doing the Scarlet Letter, but we're doing it where it starts with a classroom where a modern day classroom where they have to they get assigned it, and no one wants to read it, not even the teacher. So the second song is just got like Cliff Notes. It's the exact the whole plot in one song. Like a 1 3-minute song, but I'm making it very, very gay.
Oh, good.
Shocking.
Oh no! It's very, very, very. I've been really into reading like YA for this, like queer young adult books. There's some really amazing stuff. Not like when I was a kid. There was no. And in it, like the newer ones, like the parents are all like, "Oh, my kid's gay," like, my friend, "Oh, trans." As long as you're happy. But the earlier ones were all like, "Does this mean I'm gay?" And it was really traumatic. But there was something more exciting about that. So. I'm going to have one of those kids be real traumatized until the end. She decides.
You've been posting some great vintage stuff from those like covers and stuff. They've been great images of those like trans, those queer fear kind of books and images. They're so funny now, but they weren't funny then. But now you can look back.
I love Pulp Fiction from the 50s, the old like gay, queer, lesbian. They were fantastic, and I loved the just the cover art was fantastic. Yeah. Why? I mean, I'm so glad that we've got a lot more to do, and there's still so much, and there's Chechnya and places like that in the world, but. Reading those Pulp Fiction books, there was part of me that was like, man, going into a speakeasy must have been really exciting. Maybe it wasn't.
I'm sure the thrill of the unknown.
The thrill of the unknown. And when something was taboo, didn't that make it all the... Like, when I was a kid, smoking pot was like, wow. It's like, it was mystical. It was amazing. And now it's like, oh, your grandmother's doing it,
I have a friend, and because, there's a sort of, that vibe still exists in a lot of small towns and smaller cities. And my friend and I keep a list of our favorite names of gay bars in different smaller cities. And it's always like Secrets or, The Drawn Shade, or, In Cahoots.
The first lesbian bar I went to, it was called the Foxhole.
Ooh.
A bad name.
How could you not go in?
Things like that in the 80s were all like that. Like, I'd go to Scissors to get my hair cut. Then I'd go to Images for dinner, and then we'd go to Rumors to go see the band Mixed Emotions, Yeah, gay bars.
Yep.
Gay bars in the day.
Mm.
Well, Should I sing a song? I feel like I'm just talking. I think I had too much coffee or something.
No, we're loving this.
No such
I wanted to go back just for a sec. So
No,
Fuck
you can
7th
talk.
grade,
Yes.
Fuck 7th grade. When is that premiering? When are you doing? Is there a date for that yet?
Well, it was supposed to be in May, and that, of course, didn't have it. It was supposed to be the month of May, and we, who knows whenever theater is going to open up. So it's not really a premiere. It's just for the kind of the donors, and we're going to film it. And we have an amazing director, and people are coming from New York. A couple people. We're all in our little bubble. We're all getting our test before and then after. But I'm one of those that doesn't mind the swab. I'm a hypochondriac, so I get the test all the time. I do.
That's some crazy talk right there.
I know. Just
So
like
Mike, we have a field trip. Maybe we should go.
Yeah.
you guys will bring your card. That would be so fantastic. It's gonna be great. Maybe I should do a song from 7th grade.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of them are older songs I've had. Okay.
Let's hear it.
All right.
Hey.
All right. Well, let's do it. We're gonna disappear. It's all you.
No, why are you guys going away? Oh, so people can just see me?
Yeah, you can play.
Yeah.
We'll come back.
I like the audience. Okay, this is cool. I'm there. All right. Okay.
If you want us to stay, we'll stay.
What does your audience want?
Audience wants to see you. They don't want to see. They see me every night. Enough of me. I mean, they probably want to see him because he's beautiful. Look how handsome he is.
He is. He's so
I
handsome.
have such a huge crush on him, man. It's unbelievable.
I'll stay in this.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to start with the first song, and I'm going to mess up. I'm going to do a little of the dialogue before and after. So Fuck 7th grade, and this is the part where it's before 7th grade, before things get really awful, and I'm this girls just wanted to be a rock guitar player, and back then there was no role models, but I didn't care. So I'm going to start with that, and I guess I walk out, but I've got an electric guitar, so it's like, make it up. Okay. So I'm going to start. Don't judge me from my dialogue. I'm still just memorizing. Okay. Boom. Wait. Scene. Cut. The Chopper was the coolest bike I'd ever seen. I wanted it so bad. I asked for it for what felt like forever. Then I finally got it for my birthday. It was this blue Raleigh with a big seat and not quite the banana seat and a small front wheel. Riding down First Colorado Boulevard, faster than the breeze in my Raleigh blue chopper. Man at the store says it's a boy's bike. Yeah, I know it's a Raleigh blue chopper. Girls in my neighborhood with the pretty girl bikes. They don't like, no, we don't like each other in my Raleigh blue chopper. Flying down the hill to the JCC, kindergarten kids all looking at me. I can ride with no hands, with both eyes shut, swerve between cars at the Pizza Hut. Boys that I used to beat up, getting tall. I'm still small, but I'm no teeny bopper in my Raleigh blue chopper. Raleigh blue chopper. Then I say, when I was 12, I was this fierce little rocker who wanted to be Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, the boys used to think I was cool, and the girls, I think, they envied me, and I didn't have to tell anybody what I was, because I just was. I had this imaginary band. soulmates, other girls who got me. And they were perfect rockers of my imagination in black leather and Susie Quattro shag. We'd rehearse Hey Joe in my garage and we'd call ourselves Secrets of the Vatican. And then the band comes in, two girls, bum, 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 bum. I could play a bar chord when I was 6. Play Hey Joe with the Hendrix lick. I was a star, but Mr. Hill said, girls finger pick, it's the boys who shred. Girls finger pick, it's the boys who shred. And the band is rocking on. Got a radio strapped to the handlebar, singing telegram, Sam, I'm a rock and roll star. 5 on the floor, wish I had more. Fly away forever. Kryptonite lock across my heart. No one will keep us apart. I'm fast. I'm a badass. In my Raleigh blue chopper. Raleigh blue. I love you. Raleigh blue, 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 blue. Raleigh blue chopper. Boom, 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 boom. I'm clapping for myself.
Good. You deserve it. Snaps out, snaps out.
I'm just imagining a whole bunch of cars in the drive-in kind of shaking back and forth because everybody's rocking out in their cars.
Too bad it's not like, you can tune into your radio, but I love having those little speakers. You'd like,
Yep.
Yeah.
drive-ins were so fantastic.
All right, Jill.
So that's part of 7th grade, and then it starts getting really, being, having a crush on my friend Mary Gardner, and back then it was just not, did not happen, So, yeah.
It was beautiful.
Things just go sad, but then they get back up,
Well, of course, you have to have conflict.
Well, there was a lot of conflict. I don't know about you guys, but that was, we talked. That was just the junior high was just the worst.
Well, and high school and college too.
Yeah. So when did you, the first time, when was the first time? How old were you the first time you kissed a boy?
Oh, it was late. I was 18.
And what was the circumstances?
Oh
my God. I want to know.
It was behind the Wawa. Do you know what a Wawa is?
Oh, New Jersey.
Yeah, it's a Jersey thing. Wawa is like 7-Eleven. It's like a convenience store. Yeah. And I met a boy behind the Wawa.
Wow.
That's a song title right there.
I met a boy behind the Wawa. Girl group song. But
was it just that one kiss? Did you ever see him again? It was just one.
No, it was just a fleeting thing. Yeah.
But was it a good kiss? Was it
a good kiss. Yeah, it was very exciting. Oh my gosh, for your first kiss? Yeah. I mean, I wish that maybe the circumstances had been different, that it was, somebody that I was dating or somebody that I really cared about. But, you're 18 and that was my shot to have my first kiss.
Wow.
But, all of the times that I, suffered through class, like your song about sitting in class and not really paying attention because you're totally fixated on somebody who's sitting on the other side of the room is, that was my experience through high school and through most of college.
I know. Yeah, but makes us who we are today.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
When was your first kiss?
Well, my first kiss, I had a first kiss with a boy when I at Elitch Gardens in the haunted castle ride. Just riders. That was, but my first kiss with a girl was on my third year in college in Spain. And it was with a girl named Ivanita Hooper. I just like the name. I wanted
yes.
But what was so exciting and exotic, we were talking about, actually I talk about it in the show, is that I was at the time in southern Spain, and Spain became much more progressive before we did. They legalized marriage before we did, but the time I went there it was still like influences of Franco and really conservative. And I was in a town and outside of Sevilla, so in southern Spain it was really, but it felt very small town and very, very Catholic and conservative. And there was they were taking a bunch of us, so we met some Spanish gay people, and they took a house. Yes, it was so exciting, and they took us to a gay bar there, and it was one of those you actually felt like you had to do like a secret knock kind of thing, and that's where maybe it was so exciting. And I went with Ivanita Hooper, and then afterwards, she asked me if I wanted to spend the night at her place because she lived closer and everything, and so, yeah.
Wow. See, that's a sweet story.
Well, yeah. Okay, wait a second. I don't want to just say anything. Yes, in Sevilla, in Spain, in this exotic bar, but it is no Wawa.
No.
It is no Wawa.
And you also know the person's name.
That's good. That's really good. Oh my God. People still, there's communities because all our friends were in New York or LA but it's not like it's still pretty oppressive for a lot of kids, isn't it?
Yep.
In Indiana, Mike Pence.
Yes, exactly. I was going to say, I've done a lot of work with the Indiana Youth Group. They have a center in Indianapolis, and they would tell me stories all the time about how they're a place where a lot of teens come in just to hang out because they can't be open at school or at home. So, yeah.
Well, let's not kid ourselves. Here in New Jersey, there's a lot of it too. We have to deal with a lot of the center. In fact, I'm embroiled right now with a parent and a young woman, and thankfully, beautifully, the parent is so supportive, but she's gotten a lot of grief because she kissed a girl at her school. So there's no safety net right now. Luckily, there are pockets of acceptance, and there are places that people can go, but we have a difficult moment right now, and hopefully things like this, having these conversations, having you both here with us, are how we move on and give people hope and make them feel accepted. And hear stories about kissing people behind Wawa or in Spain. Those are moments that people need to hear, and that's how we grow together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if I hadn't gone through all that stuff, someone I'm sure important is calling me. It's cliche, but it makes us who we are today. Mm-hmm. Isn't it a wonder that a lot of artists and musicians and writers are all queer?
Yeah.
Not all queer, because
yeah.
I don't know. I wonder if I hadn't had that, if I hadn't been, left-footed, if I hadn't been
bent.
I went bent. If I hadn't been sick, and would I be living would I be selling real estate and having, which is not a bad thing.
Mhm.
But I imagine, what would my life be like? Would I have been an artist? I don't know.
Yeah.
You
Well,
certainly wouldn't be wearing hot pants.
all right. Well, and it's, I think for a lot of artists, certainly queer artists, it's that so many years of repression that leads to you wanting to somehow express yourself because you can't either where you live or where you work or where you go to school. And so you start producing art, which has led to a lot of great art and a lot of suffering and a lot of great art.
Well, when I wrote the first Kissed a Girl, not the later, more popular Katy Perry one. I know, it's so funny. There was a couple girls who were really cute. Did I tell that story? No, that like girls in the park in Atlanta who were clipboard girls, like, "Are you for gay rights?" And I was like, "You don't fucking know." So cute. And I was like, "No, I had a song called I Kissed a Girl," and they looked at each other like, "She is crazy." It was very, but when I wrote it, I wanted to write a song that I wanted to have, that I wished I would have had. And I knew the only way I could really do it is I had to kind of, how in 1995, how you could have a song like that was, I had to tell a little story, make it a little funny. And, but I was just looking at the way that the label dealt with it. I was looking today at some of their promo material, because I did a video with Fabio, which so some of the promo material, I Kissed a Girl, Jill Sophie, was me and Fabio, and it was like really I think they really kind of tried to dismiss the queerness of it.
Yeah.
And make it the novelty, and that was really, yeah.
What was?
But this is really important. I want our audience to know, I want everyone watching at home to know that, Jill, this is really important. This was the first queer-themed song to break the Billboard Top 20. This was a huge achievement. This was nothing short of extraordinary. And you're talking about possibility models. No matter how the record label might have tried to dress it up or, play it off and get Fabio involved and so on and so forth, this was an important moment. And this led the way for so much more to happen after you.
Yeah, and it was a trip at that time, because there was times I wish I would have been more forceful. I didn't know how to navigate it. I mean, I deal with this in the show, where I remember my first label deal. I met everyone from the marketing team, and everyone was sitting around to introduce themselves to me, and they were joking around like, "Oh, thank God we have," as opposed to Tracy Chapman or Melissa Etheridge, "we have a female singer-songwriter who isn't a lesbian." And they were like laughing, and I'm like, what do I do? How do you navigate that? I mean, if it would have been now, it's like I would have been, so bold.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, look, I came out in the early 90s, I think 92 or 93. So I was just 2 or 3 years into my coming out, and probably still coming out to friends, that weren't very close to me, but that I was still sort of telling the news to. And to have that song for me, I just felt like, well, as a queer person, there's something on the radio about people like me, So I can attest to it,
Yay. Well, that was my hope.
Yeah.
And that was my hope. And there's nothing better than someone saying that helped them, or that they loved that when they were a kid growing up somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. What do I do next? What do I do now?
That's the other thing. What's amazing is, I'll be honest, Mike is a hardcore fan, and I know your meeting story is beautiful, because he said he was a fan, and then he started to name all the songs, all the deep cuts.
I know, that made me feel, that was so fantastic. Deep cuts.
You've done amazing things. You've worked with some people who I have great respect for, Billy Bragg, Cyndi Lauper, Tom Morello, John Doe. I love the fact that you were John Doe. What a great song and a great guy. But this is what I love is that you wrote a song with Jonathan Lethem, and Jonathan Lethem is one of my top 5 favorite authors. I have his entire oeuvre in my library. I think he's brilliant, and I love his genre hopping, and I think that working with you is a perfect encapsulation of all that. What was it like working with him?
Well, it was for this record I had a few years back called Dottie's Charms, and it was a concept record. The kids love the concept records. But I had this old charm bracelet that someone gave me, and someone named Dottie. It looked like it was from the early 50s. It had a poodle, a piano, Statue of Liberty, all sort of map of Kentucky. And I thought I'd ask some of my favorite authors if they would, the concept was, and usually I'm a lyricist, but I thought have them write a lyric about Dottie, just I didn't tell them what anyone else was doing, and write a lyric of that charm. So Jonathan got the Statue of Liberty, and his is one of my favorite, and most of them were guitar songs, but I thought that I actually felt it needed to be more epic, and it's than just a guitar. And I had a friend, Mike Viola. Do you know Mike Viola? Great player, great writer, who worked on that with me. But yeah, it was an honor to be working with genius wordsmiths. But I have to say, those guys are really verbose. None of them could write, I can't get no satisfaction. No, but they were great. And there were people like that. David Haydu actually was the one that helped me get all the authors together. And he's a great writer himself. And he did one, the ABWA. She was part of a union, a women's union. And yeah, and then I did a whole rabbit hole of trying to find her, who this Dottie could be.
Wow.
Yeah. It got me to some strange dark places. Like if it's the Dottie we think, like Dottie's son became like a serial killer. So it was
wow.
like, I'm not sure it's, probably wasn't, but we were kind of obsessed for like 3 days. Could this be our Dottie? So, yeah.
More music.
Yeah. We're having so much fun.
Let's see. What do you want? Do you want a political song or a song from 7th grade, or what do you think?
Well, here's my thought. So we talked about this before you came on the show, and you messaged me earlier in the afternoon. And I'm hoping I'm not going out of turn here. I would love it if you would come back for a back to school show.
I'm so there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
So why don't we do one more song? I'll let you guys do your thing. We had a good, yeah.
No, you're going to do a couple more songs. You're stuck. Yet. How would you feel about giving the people what they want? We've been talking about I Kissed a Girl. Would you mind?
Oh, hello.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
So, when I thought about it, I was thinking back to the old Pulp Fiction, the old like gay lesbian Pulp Fictions of, the suburban housewives who after a Tupperware party get it on or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that's really good. It started off as this I wrote it as this funny thing with my friend, and I didn't even think it was gonna be on the record. And then let me get this so you get more of the guitar so people can see if they want my chords. It's a G chord. Oh, Uh-oh, something happened. Something strange with my guitar.
Yeah, we're coming back to give you moral support.
I'm coming now.
Good now?
Jenny came over and told me about Fred. He's such a hairy behemoth, she said. Dumb as a box of hammers, but he's such a handsome guy. And I opened up and I told about Larry. And yesterday how he asked me to marry. Not giving him an answer yet. I think I can do better. And we laughed, compared notes. We had a drink, we had a smoke. She took off her overcoat. I kissed a girl. I kissed a girl. She called Tom to say she'd be late. He said he worried, but now he feels safe. I'm glad you're with your girlfriend. Tender high for me. Then I looked at you, yeah, guilt in your eyes, but it only lasted a little while. Then I felt your hand above my knees, and we laughed at the world. They can have their diamonds, and we'll have our pearls. I kissed a girl. When I kissed a girl, her lips were sweet. She was just like kissing me. Kissed a girl that changed the world. I'm so glad I kissed a girl. I kissed a girl. And we laughed at the world. They can have their diamonds and we'll have our pearls. 1, 2. I kissed a girl for the first time. I kissed a girl and I may do it again. Well, I kissed a girl, her lips were sweet. She was just like kissing me, but better. I kissed a girl. Well, I kissed a girl who changed the world, and I'm so glad I kissed a girl. Boom, boom, ba-dum, dum, dum.
I have to tell you, I have to be honest. I'm always honest to a fault. I forgot how freaking good that song is. I did miss Fabio a bit. I did miss Fabio. I thought he'd pop in.
The funny thing is just that just like some of the best worst lyrics, like "dumb as a box of hammers," and just it was like I can imagine it must have been. It was so much fun writing the song, like how. You know, and the video was really fun, except we were supposed to have a kiss at the end. Me and the girl that played the other girl, Jenny, she was so beautiful. And I kind of had a crush. And we were going to have a kiss, but at the last minute, they decided not to, and it bummed me out.
Yeah,
Instead, they had me pregnant with Fabio's baby. But Fabio.
Yeah, Fabio.
Oh, Fabio. I think he's sweet. I think wasn't he kind of a little bit of a Trump supporter the first time around? I think so.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, that seems to be on brand.
Did you see the agenda for the Republican convention or the
lineup?
Yeah,
Diamond
lineup.
Bayo.
Yeah.
Bayo. Antonio Sabato.
Some superstars.
Woo!
All right. Jill, play something new. Play something that you've done recently, because you've been the newer songs are so phenomenal, and people need to hear them. And we've been showing your link on how people can get to all the music that you've been doing recently. So give us a taste.
See what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Like something from Nostalgia Kills, or
Yeah, something from Nostalgia Kills.
See, here's a fanboy.
Forbidden Thoughts, or I put my headphones on, or
Okay, I'm gonna just set this up because I put my headphones on. Yeah.
That's my favorite song on that release. I love that song.
You know.
Because I have that dream all the time. Well, people will understand when you play the song.
Oh, I still do. And it's really about how music was my kind of saving grace.
All right. So everybody, this is music. This is wonderful. Please enjoy, and we'll show you how you can purchase this. And please support Jill, because one, you'll benefit from hearing this wonderful stuff, and two, we want to support her and sharing time.
Some of us want to know what diamonds and pearls mean.
Oh,
I know.
Well, the diamond is what Mike has, and the pearl is what I have. It's like a little mini version of the diamond.
And that's why Prince was such a subversive artist, and people don't get it, but he had that song Diamonds and Pearls, and he was always very much fluid, and he was out there. It was never I shouldn't say it was always explicit, but again, Diamonds and Pearls, people don't know, and now they know. Now Jill has thrown it out there.
I'm in the wings when you push me on. I never learned the words to this song, and there I stand standing there laughing at me, staring at me. I'm by the locker, turning the dial. The hallway is empty, it stretches for miles, and I'm on a boat headed over the falls. You reach for my hand, but it just breaks off. Suddenly wake up was only a dream, back in the gill cage that you made for me. When they are working or fast asleep, I put my headphones on. I put my headphones on. I'm in the backyard, bearing the bone. Don't know why I did it, hope no one will know. I can't seem to hide the remains of my crime. Never learned to fly. Suddenly wake up was only a dream, back in the gill cage that you made for me. When they are, there must be someone listening to me. I put my headphones on. I put my headphones on. I put my headphones on. Flip the record, headphones on. Chord spark the seventh song. Jonas sings, love is gone, love is gone. Genesee and 17, that song from 10cc. Alone again, naturally. Someone has it worse than me. Sam Stone, Major Tom, Captain Jack and Delta Dawn. Ivan Tustic, Sweet Jane, music wash away my pain. I put my headphones on. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. I put my headphones on. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. I don't know this. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. But what I do, child, things will get brighter. What's the next chord? Someday we'll get it together and we'll get it undone. Someday when the world is much lighter. Someday we'll walk in the rays of the beautiful sun. Someday when the world is much lighter. Ooh, yeah, things are gonna get easier.
The 5 stair steps.
Such a great song. Such a great song. That's one of those when I was a little kid. You know, were there certain songs that gave you comfort when you were...
Wait, I was just going to say this. What you just played, I put my headphones on. I've been listening to that a lot the past couple of months. And first of all, I love the song, but it's also, do you have songs that you think of as driving songs, like just because of the melody or the tempo, you imagine yourself driving, you're like, this is a song I put on when I like to drive. And
yeah.
There's something about that song that I imagine myself sitting in a car with the windows open. I think it's the picking or something.
It's the picking. It's got that kind of, it's almost, the picking style's got that almost like Harry Nilsson, kind of like, you know, or what's that? Or the song from like Midnight Cowboy. I'm trying to think.
Yes.
It's
everybody's talking at me.
Everybody's talking at me, and you know,
the echoes in my mind. To listen to that song while I've been in isolation has been such a gift, because when I listen to it, I just think of myself with the car windows open and the scenery passing by, and so there's the answer to your question.
I'm so glad. Oh, how about you? Did you have a song that you, or you know, I'm even thinking of like the songs when you were young, like in that junior high school year, that when you'd listen to, somehow that made you feel better.
I remember so well my Sony Walkman cassette. I had Changes 1 on one side and Changes 2 on the other side.
That's so good.
I would sit on the trunk of my parents' car, and at dusk I would look at the sky and I'd listen to both albums back to front with my little headphones on, and just be there. I mean, it feels like I did it almost every night, and that was my solace.
Yeah. For me, it was Desperado. That was the song that I would always...
That's a great song.
I love that song. One of my favorite songs.
Why don't you? Yeah. Wow. That is good. That is good. Yeah. I had, that's a great one. That's a great one.
Yeah, what was it for you?
What about you? What did you listen to at that time?
I remember like in 5th grade or something, there was... I really like Joni's Court and Spark, and that's so depressing. There were some of the most depressing ones. Love is Gone, which I mentioned in that song. Ooh, love is gone. And I liked Leave On Like Money. I liked the Elton John Leave On. I thought that somehow even sad songs gave me comfort, because there were other people that felt sad or something. There was something that was of great comfort. And Bowie, that was really, I really loved I remember my Young American record, I might play that over and over again. But that was a little later. Yeah, there's probably a lot. Yeah. I could do a whole other song, headphones too.
Boogaloo.
I laughed when you said the song from 10cc.
Yeah, right. I love that. It's a great reference. What a perfect reference.
It's such a great song, and everyone, well, a couple of, but oh, not in love.
Not in love.
Such a great song.
I cannot believe how quickly this hour has gone.
Oh my gosh.
And we have not gotten enough music. It's our fault for just having too much fun talking. Will you play us one more song? Will you play us just one of your favorites? What songs do you just really enjoy playing?
I'll just do a little bit something for you right here. It's not on Change's record, but wrote it nevertheless for another band. Bum, 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 ba, da, 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 bum, 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 ba, da, 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 bum, 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 bum. Billy rapped all night about a suicide and how it kicked him in the head when he was 25. His speech, I don't want to stay alive when you're 25. And when they're stealing clothes from Marks and Sparks, and Billy's got spots from ripping the stars from her face. Funky little boat race. Well, the television man is crazy, saying we're juvenile delinquent wrecks. Oh, who needs TV when I got T-Rex? I'm a dude now. All the young dudes carry the news. Boogala dudes carry the news. Jim is looking keen, dressed like a queen. He can kick like a mule, is a real mean team. But we can love, oh yeah, we can love. And brother's back at home with his Beatles and his Stones. Well, I never got off on that revolution stuff. Too many snacks. Well, I drunk a lot of wine and I'm feeling fine. I gotta race some back to bed. Oh, it's a concrete all around. Is it in my head? Ooh, sing it. All the young dudes carry the news. Boogala dudes carry the news. Come on, one more time, everybody out there. All the young dudes carry the news. Boogala dudes carry the news.
Woo! I've been serenaded to.
It's such a great song, and it's Ian Hunter. I got to meet him once, and I told him I sing it. He was from Mott the Hoople, so Bowie wrote it, but they Mott the Hoople were famous. And I tried to ask him. I go, I don't understand, like funky little boat race. And he was trying to tell me about Cockney, English Cockney. It's 5 o'clock, you guys. It went like this.
I know, it went too fast.
Oh.
All right, so you're going to come back end of August, and you're going to play 7th grade. We're going to do like a full-on presentation, back to school. How does that sound?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, that might be good because I'll be in rehearsal, so maybe I can have my keyboard player.
Oh,
We love it.
bring
We love
guests. Yes.
You let us know when best for you and whenever good for you. We're thrilled. And Mike, I want to thank you for making this
Mike.
happen.
Thank you. Stay safe. Happy travels to Pittsburgh.
Thank you guys. Good. You guys are doing the good work, and this was so much fun. I'm so glad I did it.
Thank you. We love you. We really
Jill.
love you. You be good, okay?
Happy writing.
Be good.
Bye.
Take care.
Woo.
She's wonderful.
She is wonderful.
So this is when I don't know if I should call you Mike or Glenn. This is when I get confused because I want to thank you from every bit of my heart that you brought this wonderful person to us. And this is, to me, this is the very essence of what the Power Hour is and what our community should be and what the center represents. And it's that in a microcosm. You know, meeting you, evolving our journey, our friendship, both personally, honestly, and professionally, having you join the board, having you be a part of the center in such a robust fashion, and then introducing us to Jill, and now Jill becomes a member of our community, does this, you know, like that. Like I ask her on the weekend, she comes on Wednesday, and now she's gonna come back in August and do her show. This is just, it's everything.
Well, my hope is that right now there's a 12-year-old watching and they heard that song and they're like, that song's about me.
Oh. See, now you're gonna make me cry. Okay, my love.
And that's what the Power Hour is for, yes.
You have to get back to work. Mike, in his alter ego as Glenn, is one of the hardest working men in the yogurt business. So you get back to it. Thank you for taking an hour out of your day. And this was an extraordinary time for you to do so, and we so appreciate it. We love you.
Love you.
Friend.
Bye. Good night.
So that is everything. That is everything. And there's nothing more for me to say. I will say, please join us tomorrow night when we do have our Lieutenant Governor with us. And, you know, that's what I love also is that we go from Jill Sobel to our Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver, and that's what the Power Hour is all about. And that's every night here. And we love you all. We love Jill for being with us. We love Mike for bringing Jill to our family, to our community. And we love all of you for being our family and being our community. And have a great rest of your night. Have a great day tomorrow. Be good to each other and be equally as good to yourselves. And we'll see you in 22 hours and about 55 minutes. I love you all. Be well, be good.